We have touched down in Medellin, and the weather is significantly warmer than Bogotá. So if you do plan to arrive, the great thing is it's a very small airport, really convenient. There's a lot of taxis there if you want to take taxi, but you can also take Uber. We've mentioned this before, but it is technically illegal here in Colombia, but you can still use it. So when you do use Uber, just make sure that you go up to the departures section, which is where you can then find your driver. Usually they'll tell you ahead of time. Price of the Ubers are like twice as much as they were in Bogotá. So I think maybe Ubers are a little bit more expensive in Medellin. We thankfully fit everything into our car, even though it was tiny, but it was a pretty easy trip, not much traffic, right? And it was a really pretty ride in because you're actually up on a hill and you're going through the hill in a tunnel, and then you overlook Medellin going down. But one thing I noticed, at least where we're staying, which is like in the El Poblado area, it is very hilly. It's very tropical here, really different than Bogotá, not as much traffic. But we're here now grabbing lunch because our check-in time for the Airbnb isn't until 3 p.m. But thankfully our place has security, so we actually can leave our bags with them and walk around until 3 p.m., which is only an hour from now anyway. So we're gonna grab some lunch at El Corral, which is a chain, kind of like a Burger King, but these two here have already been to it and they're willing to do it again, so it must be good, right?
I like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good.
We've got a couple things that we're hoping to do, but we'll be here for the next 2 days. Finished lunch, and we still have about 45 minutes till Airbnb check-in is available. So we are now across the street at like a shopping mall kind of thing.
When you're in Colombia, you have to have Juan Valdez. And it's my first time having it, and I got like the frappe style coffee with milk.
Okay, we have checked into our Airbnb and it is extremely comfortable. We've got a big king size bed in one of the bedrooms, a queen size in the other. And since Chantal and I took the second bedroom in Buenos Aires, Steven and Linda get the smaller bed for this one. Although honestly, it looks very comfortable regardless. But we have some awesome views on our balcony, and we've got a lot of shops and cafes down below, but the only thing is we're up on a hillside, so a bit tricky to navigate, but we're excited. We're really glad we're here, and now we're running the laundry since it's been a week or so since we've done any of our clothes. So we're really happy that there's a laundry machine here as well. Time to explore the views from our apartment. It is sunset right now, and there's a terrace on the 12th floor. Let's go take a look. Before we go, I think we have a pretty sick view from our floor. One thing that reminds me of Bogotá and Medellin is the amount of mountain ranges. We are surrounded by mountains. One thing we gotta look out for, I think, are mosquitoes, because I believe Linda got, how much mosquito bites did you get already from lunch?
So far I got 4 bits.
Oh God. Yeah, so we gotta spray ourselves before we go out, just like Buenos Aires.
I could have stayed, sit and complain. I've had my better days when I'm in the moment with you. Bright lights lay right across your windowsill, patiently taking the view.
Been walking around Barrio Provenza, or Provenza Barrio, but we're now on the main street, which is Calle 10, or 10th Street in English, and we're making our way down to meet up with one of our friends, Camila, who's staying at a hotel nearby, and we're gonna wander around, maybe find a place to eat. But El Poblado is definitely a nightlife neighborhood, tons of restaurants, bars, cafes, very much an expat, foreigner-friendly neighborhood.
We just got our stickers. We went to a little artisanal shop and the stickers were 3,000, but you gotta make sure you get your change back because the first lady told us 3,000 and another worker was charging 5,000 each. So double check the prices.
Count your cash and make sure they know what price they actually said to you. I think if you speak Spanish, maybe that's why they gave you a discount to begin with, because we speak Spanish, so entonces habla español. There's a lot of streets that we've seen intersecting Calle 10 or Calle 10, that are like walking friendly. We don't know if it's at night only, but there's like bars up, and I think people bring out their chairs and tables for restaurants and bars where you can hang out. In terms of security and safety, there are a ton of police officers. I don't know if that means that it's known to be a dangerous area, but having them around feels a little comforting. But I imagine because it's like a nightlife clubby area, people might get rowdy, drunk, and maybe that's why they're here. All right, we are finally at a dinner spot, and it's called Mamasita Medallo. It looks like it's a nightclub. Like there's a DJ booth right up there. We've got live music going on. It's great. It is a happening spot. The food looks great, at least from the menu. So let's see what it tastes like when it comes.
Satellites fly right above your head, waiting on the moment to zoom. So take it all in, toss another stone by. It's like I'm a rollerblade skating.
We're back at the Airbnb now. Just took a quick walk back home from Calle, and it was about 10 p.m. and you can tell it's a very different crowd, very much a nightlife kind of scene. A lot of clubs and bars and things like that. But I bet you during the day it's completely different. So with that, we're gonna be heading to bed because we gotta wake up relatively early tomorrow morning because we're heading over to Comuna 13 for a graffiti tour. So we're really excited for that, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. All right, the afternoons are a lot busier on the weekdays. Traffic to come back from Comuna 13 to El Poblado was a lot longer than it was to get there this morning, maybe 10-15 minutes more. Linda over there had a great idea. We were originally gonna go home, relax and everything, but you know, we're craving a little ice cream, and we went to the wrong Crepes and Waffles last time.
So we're gonna check out the right one.
I broke my arm once, I don't wanna slow song. Someone I've been waiting on, where I return.
We are now back on the street where it gets hectic, but it's 8:30, so I don't think it's gonna be crazy yet, and it's also a weeknight. But we're gonna grab some dinner. We have a place in mind, hopefully it's not too busy, but our tour guide earlier today recommended it for like some good local cuisine.
That's another that's another
We're in a place called Alambique. You enter, it's a tiny little door. We actually walked past because we didn't realize it was a restaurant, and it looked like a saloon door. It goes really far back, and the first thing you look at, it's like, you know, an interesting sofa setup with artistic pictures. And then you go in, it's like a freaking jungle, like, and I think there's live music, so it looks pretty cool. Our first thing came out, and it's like this buñuelo, which is a fried ball that you fill with stuff. People eat it for breakfast apparently, but ours is like a fancy looking one with a shot glass, and we have no idea how to eat it, so we gotta ask. Our food has arrived. We ordered this massive brisket plate and a ceviche con chicharrón y camarones, or shrimp and pork rind. It looks amazing, and they mentioned that there's a place for sharing. Absolutely true. And we even ordered the smaller ceviche because we're not like super hungry. but we had the buñuelos. They were really good, absolutely delicious. All right, live music is going back on. We find that all these places have live music before they begin. Just another quick thing because it gets quite loud in here. They said originally it was 25 to 30 minutes, but it actually took like 10 minutes to get, which was great because we want to try and sleep and it's like almost 9 p.m. We are now at Pergamino Tienda de Cafe, coffee shop. And we were here yesterday. Steven needed to grab a bag of beans for his mom. I wanted a bag of Colombian beans for myself. And we need to wake up. So we've got an Americano, a frappe, and a bag of beans. All costing us way less still than just a bag of beans alone in Singapore. I love Colombia. Final dinner, we are at Crepes and Waffles yet again because we didn't do savory last time. So that's what we're gonna do, and then maybe we'll go out tonight in the Poblado area.
One night on an endless flight, take places to reignite the flame that I started with you. I could have stayed, sit and complain. I've had my better days when I'm in the moment with you. Bright lights lay right across your window.
Alright, so we just finished breakfast. We're about to make our way to the cable car that will show us basically the city of Medellin. Come join us.
Patiently taking the view. Satellites fly right above your head. Waiting on the moment.
We're at Poblado train station or subway station. I'm not sure what they call it. What do they call it here?
Metro. We call it Metro.
Metro.
Yeah.
So we're at the metro station and we just got one card for all of us. It's $5,300 per person. Normally if you got the card to get onto it, I think it's like 10,000 per person, but they're like, since we're just one day, just put it all on one card. So now we get to go through and try the metro here. Thanks, tour guide.
But it was like hot air. I'm like,
That was not AC, that was fan. Hey. We are now at, ¿cómo se llama? Acevedo. And it was 10 stops from Poblado. Very packed metro, but extremely smooth. I was saying that the subway here, or the metro, is smoother than Singapore. Like, it's not shaky. You really don't have to hold on to anything, and when it breaks, you can't even tell you've stopped. I love that. This was a really popular spot. Almost everyone came off. And we're now taking the cable cars, which take you up the mountain. And this is part of public transport. This is a form of transportation for those who live up the mountains. Usually you go to a big city and these are like more for tourists, but this is what locals will take.
So take it all in, toss another stone by. It's like I'm a rollerblade skating with you. I broke my arm once, I don't wanna slow a song. Someone I've been waiting on, where I return. That's another I don't know. That's an I don't know. Another I don't know. That's an I don't know. Another I don't know. That's an I don't know. Another I don't know. Bright lights lay right across your windowsill. Patiently taking the view.
All right, how long have we been on it? How long is this ride?
it's supposed to be 30 to 35 minutes, I believe.
We are high altitude?
I think it's been what, 10 maybe?
Okay. I mean, we still got a long way up.
But I think the going and coming back is 30 minutes.
So we could have gone higher, but there's a transfer point where you have to get off and pay extra. We don't know what it's like up there, and we don't want to risk it, so we're going back down now.
Satellites fly right above your head, waiting on a moment to see.
Did you push the
Let's say that.
stop button,
Let's believe
Chantal? Why are we not moving?
It wasn't me.
So we're no longer actually in Colombia. We took a very late flight and arrived in Mexico City, Ciudad de Mexico, at 2:30 a.m. We hope you enjoyed Medellin. If you want to continue following our journey, we're in this amazing city of Ciudad de Mexico. Plenty of content to come around. We'll be staying in the Roma Norte region, but we'll be exploring plenty and eating a lot of good food. So hope to see you guys on the next vlog.
When I'm in the moment with